State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Fresh Perspective Seminars, your resource for obtaining scholarships for college. The Salvation Army, registered to ring campaign. Support the annual Red Cattle campaign. Go to registertoring.com today. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Ryan Slocum alongside Grant Perry, and we have a great one for you today. A Division I regional championship game between 4th-ranked Hudsonville and #1 Howell. And for Howell, it's been an incredible run to 11-0, and they get it done on the offensive end by the Mr. Football candidate, Justin Jones.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. There's a reason he's one of the top candidates for Mr. Football. Last week versus Brighton broke the school rushing record for single yards in a season. I mean, he's eclipsed 1,700 total with 26 touchdowns. And you say, well, is that it? No, that's not it. He's also the leading receiver, 300-plus yards, 5 touchdowns. This kid does it all. And on the defensive end, they are huge up front. Absolutely huge. And led by one of the top recruits in the entire country, Bobby Kanka. And by the way, he's going to be a Michigan man just like you. Yeah, absolutely. And he's another guy that's at top of the watch list for the Anvil Award. Dominating on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, but really suited today to have a really good matchup. Coming into this game, he's got 53 total tackles. Versus Hudsonville offense that wants to run the ball, they're going to have to go through the middle of that defense led by Bobby Kanka. Well, let's talk about Hudsonville. 1 loss on the year. It did come in week 1 to Howell. They get it done on the offensive end. Had maybe a little bit of a tough time so far in the playoffs. Their 2 wins, a total of 4 points. But here they are looking for a regional title led by the Baker. Yeah, the Baker. Griffin Baker, quarterback #2, leading the way. He's doing a really good job. Ran into week 1 versus Howell. They had that bump in the road, but after that, they've been flawless. A couple close games in the playoffs with Granville and East Kentwood, but he's been balling, man. 9 touchdowns through the air, just under 1,000 yards through the air as well. But also, he's one of their top rushers, man. 500-plus yards, 11 touchdowns. Really a dual-threat quarterback. Played varsity basketball as a freshman. Kid's athletic. It should be a great game. It was in week 1. Came down to just 3 points. It will be Howell looking to see if they can make it 2 for 2 on the season. We'll let you know if they can get it done with the kickoff right after this.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients, combining them to create new flavor combinations your taste buds never knew they needed. Until now. Introducing his latest master pizza, the Chicken and Waffles Pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella, all topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory, it's gone before you know it.
Hungry?
Howie's! At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Hi everybody, I'm Patty Cesarini, and the Salvation Army has teamed up with State Champs Network. And to help the Salvation Army, you can volunteer for their annual Red Kettle campaign. You can do so by going to registertoring.com, and you can sign up as an individual or as a group.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
All right, welcome to the campus of Howell High School for a great top 5 showdown in Division I. It's the regional championship between the Highlanders and the Eagles, the 4th-ranked team in Division I from Hudsonville. Brian Slocum alongside Grant Perry as we see the Highlanders take the field for the final time this season here at home. Thank you for joining us on the State Champs Sports Network. Grant, Howell's been getting it done all year long, 11-0, and tell us how they've been getting it done, especially on that big defensive front.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing great football this year, only allowing about 14 points a game. I believe actually 19 points a game, which has been doing just fine. And then offensively, they've been averaging 35 points a game, defensively led by Kanka. The middle of that defense, that Michigan commit, he brings size, he brings speed, he brings explosion on that defensive line, which is a problem for offenses. And then you look at their offense, and they're just succeeding with Justin Jones and Kish there leading the way. And then just getting to the keys of the game here for Hudsonville. You got to make Griffin multidimensional. He's your quarterback, but also he's one of your best runners. Get him in the run game. Defensively, you're Hudsonville. You got to bring your hard hats here. It's going to be one of those rough and tough games in between the trenches. And then if you're Howell, you feed the two-headed monster, Justin Jones and Kish there. Bryce Kish, big body, can run hard. And defensively, got to get to the quarterback, got to get to Griffin, make it hard on him. And those are your keys for today.
Should be a great game. The first one, week 1, 20-17, won by Howell, knocking off Hudsonville, their only loss this season. Before we get to the kickoff, let's go down to the field for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the football field for the presentation of our colors by the Howell High School Air Force Junior ROTC. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and our country. Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and all those who are able, please stand at attention. Veterans may render the appropriate salute. Place your hand over your heart as the Highlander Pep Band, under the direction of Ms. Lisa Mikowski, plays our national anthem.
band. Getting the crowd ready for this one. And boy, Grant, we do have a great crowd out here. Both sides, Hudsonville traveled well. They are tailgating all over campus here at Howell High School. And to talk a little bit more about the game, let's go down to the field. The third member of our team, Zach Priest. Take it away, Zach.
Yeah, guys, thanks. And we should be in for a really good game this afternoon. You know, about 2.5 months ago, these teams faced off for the first time. And at that point, that was the first game of what was a young season. And now here they are fighting for their seasons in the playoffs. On the side of Hudsonville, they have reasons to be confident. Even though they lost that first game 20-17, they were missing a left tackle. They were also missing a running back for that game. And I got a chance to catch up with Coach Brett Sandy just a little bit ago, and he said that they have to control the line of scrimmage. Now, on the side of the Highlanders, they're going to lean on star running back Justin Jones. That is no secret at all. And their head coach, Brian Lewis, he said, hey, guys, it's great Howell Highlander football weather. Should be a good one. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Zach. About to kick off here. The home team will receive first. That will be Howell. They are the KLAA champs, 11-0, the number 1 ranked team in Division I coming into this game. Hudsonville, not too shabby at all. They won their first OK Red Conference championship outright since 2004. They are 10-1, and they are about to kick it away. And it's into the end zone. Aiden Horvath takes it, and that will be a touchback. Grant, let's bring you back in here. The Howell offense taking charge first. They are led by that guy right there. That's Preston Barb.
Yeah, Preston Barb's going to lead the way, and he's going to be handing the football off to this guy a lot. Mr. Football candidate Justin Jones, standing 6'3", 200 pounds. You're going to see that physicality take a toll today on this Hudsonville defense. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and it's no surprise. He's got over 200 carries on the season.
Yeah, and over 1,700 yards, as you mentioned at the top of the show. That is a school record. Power T is going to be run by the Highlanders, and here they go. Handoff, not much doing there on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, a little quick handoff, and you're going to see Horvath. Horvath's going to be that quick hitter in between the tackles. You just saw Horvath get the handoff there. He's number 1, and then you're going to be hearing a lot of number 22, Bryce Kish, and also, obviously, Justin Jones, led by quarterback Preston Barb, number 10. This is a good offense here that likes to run the football. You're going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets with 3 running backs most of the time.
So it will be 2nd and 10. And we've got movement before the snap. So that's going to push them back a few yards. You know, that first game was interesting. Last year, 2013, as they've done a lot this year, Howell ran the ball 92% of the time. Well, they came out in that game and they caught Hudsonville completely off guard. Threw it 16 times, ran it 28 times. Now, I'm no math wizard, so I don't know what the percentage is there, but it's definitely not 92%. Talk about that. Caught them off guard a little bit. Not going to be able to do that in this game after 11 games.
Yeah, after talking with Coach Sandy, you know, just Howell came out, they spread out the receivers. They went from the traditional 3 running back set, and they split those guys out, which gave a lot of run fits and pass fits for that Hudsonville defense.
As we saw right there, and there's the toss. It's going to be long, though, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Good defense there. Johnny Karsten there on coverage. Good job being in phase and thinking about the defense here. You're going to see the defense starting lineup for the Eagles of Hudsonville right here. Number 59, a name to look out for. Isaac Vanderveen, really a disruptor on that defensive line. Along with Trenton Knobber there, had 2 interceptions versus Granville, 7 tackles. He's kind of that quarterback of the defense in the back end.
And Coach told us, you know, what really got them wasn't the fact that they were throwing the ball. It was the formations they were coming out of, as you mentioned, spreading them out. As you see right now, no backs. Everybody lined up at the bottom of your screen on 3rd and long. The pass, once again, going a little too far for Jones out there. That's going to bring up 4th down, and the Highlanders are going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, and you know, hearing the crowd talk here, you know, everyone's like, well, why are you going to give, you know, why you defer if you're Hudsonville? Why are you going to give Howell the opportunity to have a 6-7 minute drive to start off the game? Well, if you're Hudsonville, you see that as a challenge, just as an opportunity right there, able to get their team off the field there, 3 and out. And you see the change in scheme from Howell. They want to try to throw the ball, come out and change their tendencies. But like you said, Hudsonville's ready for it. Played great coverage there on those 3 downs.
Luis Maldonado Vasquez kicks it away. And it is fair caught. And Hudsonville will take it for the first time. But before that, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the state champs, Mr. Football, and also Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. So the Eagles will now take it. Let's take a look at that kick.
Osteen, they was really close. Jalen, the outside linebacker, was really close. The captain of that defense to almost getting a huge special teams block right there.
And that would have been deep in their own territory. Here come the Eagles for the first time. We got a handoff to the right side. Maybe a gain of about 2, but not much more after that. That is Bryce Fox. Going to hear that name quite a bit today.
Yeah, you are. Bryce Fox, kind of their thunder back. Keep in mind, too, number 31, Owen Harzma. You don't see him on the starting lineup, but he didn't play week 1. He's more of their speed back, trying to get him in open space. He's their explosive playmaker. We've talked about their quarterback, Griffin Baker. Look for also their receiver, number 1, Carson Dykstra, to make an impact today.
Here we go. Big hole on second down. That's going to be a first down all the way to the 30-yard line. You talked about it. There he is, Owen Harzma, the big junior, getting it all the way down inside territory to the 30.
Yeah, great job by Bryce Fox leading the way. Gets a good block out front, and then they're able to get Owen Harzma onto that second and third level. He's got great speed, 72 rushes on the year, averages about 8 carries per game. That being his first right there was a great one to start off the game for him.
Tyler Mira was the guy that bring him down eventually, and so it is first down at the 30. Under 10 minutes to play, and we've got a whistle. Going to be a false start. So the Eagles will back up 5. And that'll bring up a first down and 15. Second flag of the day in our young game, just a few minutes in. Couple of false starts.
Yeah, a couple of false starts. And right here you check out the Highlander starting defense. Obviously we talked about Bobby Kanka, the D tackle, committed to go play at Michigan. Really a disruptor on that front. Jesse Klasko, another name, number 20. He's always finds the ball. Great tackler at that linebacker level.
Dropping back. Looks like he's going to run it. Across the 30. Great pick up there, Griffin Baker. He's a guy who can get it done with his arm. You mentioned at the top, he's a dual threat. You saw it right there when it broke down.
Athletic kid, and that's what happens when the throw isn't there. When he doesn't like what he sees, he's going to go ahead and get it on his own right here. Gets good blocking up front, sees that there's a lane available in the middle, takes it, gets a couple good jukes, and really good thing to keep an eye out for his ball security. He likes to run with that ball in one hand. Right there he doesn't. He holds it nice and high and tight. Good to see.
2nd and 4. This time he hands it off straight up the gut. Going to be close to a first down is Bryce Fox. I think they're going to give it to him. We will find out here in a second. Yes, they do. Those sticks are moving.
Looks like Jesse Klasko's down. Hopefully he's okay. We just mentioned him. He's a big impact at that linebacker level for them. Had a great game when we were here last time versus Belleville. He's a force to watch out for. Leading tackler from his defense as well.
He absolutely is. I was just about to say the leading tackler on this team, outside linebacker, 80 of them on the year. Big tackle for loss guy, too. Gets in there. 5 tackles for loss on the season. Let's take a look at the action. What happened here in the districts and the regionals. This is how we got here. Hudsonville, we mentioned at the top, barely getting through. 2-point win over East Kentwood. And then the 3-point win last week in the district final, 19-16, to move on to this regional championship game. And as for the number 1 team in the state, Howell knocks off KZoo Central 35-12. And then they beat Brighton, the guys from just down the road last week, 35-33. Here we go. On first down, the hand goes to Owen. And he gets a couple inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, in Hudsonville, talking with Coach Sandy, they like to run these gap scheme runs, which gap schemes are when you see these linemen pull and you see a guard or a tackle or even a tight end that's in line, when you see them pull from the opposite side of the formation to the front side, to the run side, that's a gap scheme run. And got to have great blocking up front. If Bobby Kanka plays in that backfield, it's going to be hard to run these gap schemes.
Griffin slings it out there to Carson Dykstra. Going to be close to another first down. Need to get to about the 10.5-yard line to get it. Dykstra, the senior, 22 receptions on the year. That was number 23, 409 yards. Run after the catch, that's where he is dangerous. And here we go on 3rd and short. Baker looks to the sideline. Hand off up the middle. Oh, good slip, and he picks up the first down. Once again, that fire and ice combo, and this was fire. Bryce Fox picking up the first.
Yeah, great job of Bryce Fox here. Watch him avoid Bobby Kanka. Bobby Kanka gets around his guy. Bobby Kanka misses the tackle. Very unlike Bobby Kanka. When he gets a hand on somebody, he's usually bringing them down right there. Bryce Fox was able to avoid Kanka and managed to pick up that first down.
Just over 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. It is 1st and goal at the 6.
The shift going. They're going unbalanced to the left here. Everything's going front side. Let's see if that run does too.
There you go, right to him. And this time they didn't miss him, although did pick up a couple yards, but they stop him down at about the 4.
And it's worth noting, too, Jesse Klasko is still on the sideline, stretching out those legs. Looking like he will come back in here eventually. Hopefully he does. But keep in mind, that's a big story. If he's not on the field, their leading tackler.
Yep, he's down there stretching right in front of us at about the 35. He's doing knee lifts over there. Helmet is not on, so we expect him to probably be out for most of this series. Here we go on 2nd down. It's Fox. He's across the goal line, and that is a touchdown for Hudsonville.
There goes that 11th element to the run game. 11th element meaning when you run your quarterback, you got 10 other people blocking for you. Got to compliment number 70, Cooper Roberts, right there. Cooper Roberts, the captain of this offense, did a great job. He pulled front side for the run, got a great block, and Griffin Baker was easily able to run inside of him off that blocking for a touchdown right there.
The extra point is up. The extra point is good. With 6:22 to play in the first quarter, they are going nuts over in the Hudsonville student section. It's because their team's on top, 7-0. Let's take a look at the replay here,
Grant. Right here. Look at 70. Cooper Roberts coming across. Griffin Baker's just riding the wave. That's what you're supposed to do. Let the block develop. And as soon as he sees pay dirt, he crosses it, gets in that end zone, and Hudsonville takes the lead here early on.
Griffin Baker with his 12th rushing touchdown of the season. He can get it done with both the arm and the legs. 9 through the air to just 2 picks on the year. And now 12 touchdowns on the ground. Gives his team the lead. We'll take your game to the next level with Reaction Technologies, elevating athlete safety and performance. Follow them at Reaction Tech on all your social media. Pretty impressive drive right there, Grant.
Yep, really impressive drive, and got to compliment the defense there for holding their ground. If you're Hudsonville, they're forcing a punt on Howell's first drive, setting your offense up with great field position. I believe they started on Howell's 45-yard line, so as a first drive, you're starting on the opposing territory. That's a good start for you.
So Hudsonville strikes first on their opening possession, and the kick is once again away. And this one will be returned by Horvath. Cuts back inside, and he's going to be just short of the 20-yard line. So we talked about how much Howell runs the ball out of the power tee. We saw a lot of passing there on the first possession.
I think they're going to get back to the old school run and gun right here. I think they're going to just hand this ball off to Justin Jones. If I had to guess, I think Justin Jones is going to touch this ball right here on this first play. And if they get some positive yards, they're going to stick with him here. He's their workhorse.
First down from the 18. You called it. They hand it to Jones. Gets to about the 20.
Good job there by Bryce Searwis Payne there, stepping in on that O-line, or that D-line. Collabing there and getting Justin Jones down on the ground there for a short gain.
The Highlanders love to run the ball. They average 371 yards per game of offense, 295 coming on the ground. Here they come on 2nd and 8. Hand off. Not much happening that time. Jones once again for a short gain. Brings up 3rd and long. Let's go back down to the sideline right now. Zach, have an update on an injury.
Yeah, guys, so Jesse Klasko, he was out for a couple plays, but he was back in for that kickoff, and the coach, he talked about how tough he is. He's a guy who prides himself in being really tough. His helmet is all banged up, but it doesn't prevent him from being out there. He sees those as battle scars, and he's certainly going to try to play the best he can the rest of today.
Appreciate it. Nothing happening there on 3rd and long. Tried the inside handoff there. Aiden Horvath coming around, and nothing doing whatsoever, Grant.
No, sir. The first team all-region linebacker, number 6 right here, Connor Britton-Hall. You're going to see this right here. It's a reverse. Stay home as a defense. That's what you got to do. And look at the linebacker, Phil, right here. Clean, good hit, wraps him up. And that's a for sure tackle right there by number 6, one of these true stout linebackers on this Hudsonville defense.
So we're getting another punt here from Howell. This one's taken at the 45. Decent return inside Howell territory. And once again, Hudsonville in business. They will start this drive at the 46-yard line. Well, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to MHSAA.com for more information on how you can be an official. Great start for Hudsonville. They'll try to do it again here on their second trip. They are already in Howell territory. Handoff goes to the right side, but nothing doing whatsoever. Knocked all the way back to the 50-yard line.
Braden Smith in on that tackle. You're going to see here. They're going to try to get Brady Van Lake here on the edge, and the D tackle, defensive end, Brady Smith holds his line, doesn't get pushed off the ball, does a great job of containing it, forcing it back inside. He's the one that actually ends up making the play. Great job, 58, Braden Smith.
So he gets forward progress. It's right back to the normal line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Baker going over the middle. Got a man wide open. He nails him. That's Carson Dykstra still on his feet inside the 5. And finally brought down at about the 3-yard line. The Eagles flying high once again. They are back in business.
Are you kidding me? Look at this throw by Griffin Baker. Looks left, gets a safety off his landmark, puts a beautiful moonshot ball right over the safety, Tyler Mira. And then Carson Dykstra does the rest of the work there. You can see the yards after catch coming into effect. And then once he gets there to the 5, he wraps up that ball, as any good ball carrier should do.
Here comes Baker one more time to the left side, still on his feet, fighting toward that goal line. And they are down just shy.
And if you're Hudsonville right now, you're loving the start to this football game. You know coming in this game what kind of attack that Howell brings to this game. They want to possess the football. They want to have long quarters. They want to have long possessions. And right now, if you can take a 2-score lead here in this first quarter, you can alter and adjust the game plan of Howell right now.
Well, and they are going to adjust their game plan, as you say it. Timeout with the ball down there at the goal line.
Yep. You see Coach Sandy here talking to his team, telling them, hey, keep the gas on. Don't take it off. Right now we're playing great ball. They take a 4 vertical shot. They get Howell playing a 4 deep look. Tyler Mira kind of playing flat-footed, doesn't respect Carson Dykstra up the seam. Griffin Baker found him, putting him at 1st and goal.
Yeah, and as we said, he can make things happen after he catches that ball.
Yeah, you can see. He's just looking, trying to get around guys. You can see that he's always looking to try to get those hard extra yards. And it's always a good inclination there. If someone's wearing the number 1, they usually either have earned it or they're one of those ballers that goes and gets it there on the field.
And Coach told us that Griffin Baker's reads have been significantly better this year than in years past. You saw it right there, finding his man down the field. The Eagles in business once again. Great shot from our fellas. The ball just short of the goal line. 2nd and goal. And here comes Baker out of the gun. Hands it straight up the gut. He's stuffed. Will he finally get in? He's in there. Bryce Fox, touchdown, Hudsonville.
And sometimes when you go against a D lineman like Bobby Kanka, the only way to attack him is go right at him. Sometimes that just neutralizes him, and right there they go right at him, right in the A-gap. Looked like Bryce Fox there was going to get stuffed on the goal line, but he works, has the second effort, finds a lane, and gets across for Hudsonville's second score of the game here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he kept his feet moving for sure. Never gave up on it till he crossed that goal line. Bryce Fox with his 13th touchdown of the year. The extra point up and through, and just like that, Hudsonville has a 14-0 lead with 2:45 to play in the opening quarter. Looking for some revenge after their only mark on the season. And they're looking for some revenge here up 14-0 early as we take another look at Mr. Fox. What a play.
What a play. Great job. Got to be careful when you extend the ball there. It turns into a rugby scrum almost. Guys can't get him down. He's just fighting for that extra yard there. Gets across to pay dirt.
Well, Grant, you're an old wide receiver. You saw it there at the very end in the pile. You saw him stick that ball over to get it across.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times you're told, hey, don't do that, especially with that much traffic.
Yeah, the general rule of thumb is you only extend the ball, 1, on fourth down attempts when you have to have it, or 2 on two-point conversions. Those are the plays in which that, as a player growing up, as a coach, I've been told and been telling other people, those are the 2 exceptions. And if you do reach it outside of those exceptions, you better hope it works out in your favor.
Is that like kind of your dad? Great job. Never do it again. How many times did you hear that growing up?
Mostly heard it at Michigan. That was the emphasis. That was, hey, protect the football. The football is our team. That's the only thing that matters. And if it's a 3rd down and 2, we don't need you extending. And only 4th down and 2-point conversions. The
kickoff goes out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, it was curling there just short of the end zone, but that's going to be a penalty. And it's going to give Howell some much-needed, decent field position here. What do they need to do right now, Grant? Because they a couple of punts here on their opening 2 possessions.
Yeah, I mean, right now the field position is going to help them out, right? Give them a little room to breathe. But, I think they want to try to attack the perimeter. They've been trying to get inside the tackles with Justin Jones. And I don't know if we've seen Kish run the ball yet, number 22, bigger back. I'd like to see them try to attack outside the tackle, see if they can use some of that speed from Justin Jones and Bryce Kish to get around the edge, capture the edge, and make some explosive plays here in the run game. But also, keep in mind, too, if this run game starts evolving, these tight ends and these running backs are going to start running routes from the backfield and from the inline tight end positions, which catch these defenses off guard.
Well, here come the Highlanders on 1st down. You got exactly what you called for. There he is, Kish, going to the outside, but once again, just a short gain.
Yeah, and the thing about Kish, too, when he runs the football, he might not pick up 3, 4, 5 yards every time, but if he's getting tackled at the line of scrimmage, that 6'3" frame really allows him to fall forward for some needed yards. And right there, it looks like he was only going to get 1 or 2, ends up falling for about 4.
Big-time sophomore, you said it. 6'3", 290. Ran for 900 yards this year. Here they come on 2nd down. Straight up the gut. A little more happening that time, including a hat flying down the field for a 1st down. But once again, just a pickup of 2.
Yeah, right now Hudsonville's doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, not getting pushed back. You can see right there, number 76, Bryce Swears-Payne does a great job of holding his line, pushing guys back, and then just doing the rest of the work there. You see Griffin Heeg's helmet flies off, and it gets wild in those trenches, man. You got to strap it up down there.
Well, it once again will be 3rd down for the Highlanders. During the year, 54% percentage.
Jackson Paul has checked in here. He is a receiving tight end for this team. I'm going to be surprised if he gets out in the flat somewhere.
And we have a stoppage. We got a timeout just before the snap. So it will remain 3rd and 5 for Howell. As we said, they complete 3rd down 54% of the time so far today. Hasn't worked out so well. We'll see if they can finally get something going. And we mentioned their running backs. Obviously, they run the ball a lot, but those guys also catch the ball quite a bit. Haven't seen that yet so far today.
Yeah. When the receivers, when the running backs are catching that ball, it's usually a complement of the run game. Run game's usually alive, usually working, right? You're picking up 5-6 yards, getting 1st downs, and that's when the play-action game allows your guys to get open in space. That's what we saw versus Belleville in that KLAA championship. Was Justin Jones was breaking off 10, 15-yard runs. Bryce Kish was doing the same, and then they would work the play-action game. So those safeties and those corners are sitting up at the line of scrimmage thinking run. They're able to throw that ball behind them. So they got to get this run game going here to start it off. That'll open up the pass game. So just stay true to what you know right now. Time isn't affecting you right at the moment, but you got to act like there's not much time left here if you're Howell.
$1:38 is what's left. Here they go to throw it. It is knocked down. What a great play there at the line. Got a big mid on it to knock it down. I believe that was John Sheppers.
I think we'll see here. It might have been Vanderbeen. I think it's 59 there. We'll check him out. You'll see Vanderbeen. Yep, right there. Gets a hand up. Great job of recognizing the play diagnosis. Vanderbeen's all over it. The first team all-region defensive end, number 59, Vanderbeen, with a nice PBU right there.
Well, Coach told us that's what he does. He said he's their most disruptive player on the defensive line. Showed it right there, getting it done. And it causes another 3 and out for Howell. They kick it away. Taking it to 30, and he's got some room all the way to the 47-yard line. But we got a late flag, though. Let's see what's happening back there. It is way deep in the backfield. So we'll wait for the call. So that'll back him up quite a bit. Personal foul. But nonetheless, it does remain Hudsonville's ball. Looking to make it 3 for 3 on their possessions here in the first quarter.
Yeah, really love their ball distribution so far here early on. You've seen Owen Harzma get the ball. You've seen Bryce Fox get the ball. You've seen Carson Dykstra run up the seam and make a big catch. And then you've seen Griffin Baker make the throws, but also run the ball himself as well. Makes it really hard on a defense to try to key in on who's getting the ball. And right now, Hudsonville is starting at their worst spot on the field here so far for the start of a drive. Let's see if they can put some things together and take a 3-score lead. That would be huge here away at the Highlanders home field.
Man in motion. Fakes the handoff. It's Baker to the right side. Pickup of 2. You got to love the way Coach described Baker's year, his senior year. Quote, frickin' awesome year. That pretty much sums it up, huh?
Right. And, it goes without saying that, his junior year, he went through some trials and tribulations, went through some growing pains. And that's what you do when you're a 2-year starter here, your junior year, your first start, you run into some obstacles, but you learn from that. And you see the year he's having leading his team to an undefeated season after that Week 1 loss versus Howell this year.
2nd and 7. Handoff up the gut. Nice pickup. Once again, down near the first down marker. Owen Harzma, the big junior, picking up 7.
Yeah, and we already mentioned Owen Harzma wasn't able to play Week 1 versus Howell team. A couple other guys, their right tackle, 68, Ferris Eldred, was also out during that game. And just goes to show, hey, sometimes you get the players back and some things start clicking here. It gives a new look for this Highlanders offense.
Harzma in the backfield right now, lined up behind Baker. As he looks to the sideline for the play call. Looks like they may let this clock run out. Down to 5 seconds, and that is exactly what they're going to do. The first quarter comes to an end. Hudsonville shocking the home team and the number 1 team in Division I. It's Hudsonville up 14-0 after 1. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients, combining them to create new flavor combinations your taste buds never knew they needed. Until now. Introducing his latest master pizza, the Chicken and Waffles Pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella, all topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory, it's gone before you know it.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Unlock peak performance with Reaction Technologies, the ultimate training tool for athletes. Our patented product enhances performance by building muscle memory and reinforcing proper technique. With real-time feedback from coaches, players can quickly adjust and perfect their skills. Designed for athletes at all levels, Heads Up Trainer integrates seamlessly with existing training tools. Elevate your skills and performance with Reaction Technologies, where precision meets performance. Coming soon.
Welcome back to Howell, guys, and the key of that first quarter was controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what Hudsonville did. Just like Coach Sandy said, controlling the line of scrimmage equals a lot of success against this Howell team. Howell has been in 3rd and longs all game long, and it's hard for them to succeed in that situation. They need to score and cut this lead quickly. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Zach. We're about to kick off the second quarter here. 14-0 Hudsonville. And on 3rd and short, once again, see where they mark it. Chains are moving, and that is going to be a first down. Grant, Hudsonville absolutely dominated that first quarter, I should say, especially on the offensive end. Those numbers are pretty impressive.
Yeah, they are. I mean, just a couple to go to show here. I mean, 6 first downs from Hudsonville compared to Howell's no first downs. If you were to come into this game and tell me Howell wasn't going to get a first down in the first quarter, I'd tell you were a darn liar. And then that, the plays, Hudsonville in that first quarter, 15 plays for 105 yards, and Howell only had 9 plays for 10 yards. It just goes to show how flipped on the side that first quarter was. Shout out to Brian from the Howell football staff for the stats.
Here comes Harzma. He's pushing and pushing and pushing, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on first down.
Hudsonville right now, they're running the type of style of offense that Howell wants to be in, those 5-6 yards, win first and second down, which sets up third down to really run whatever you want to run. And right now, Hudsonville's got the game plan, and Howell is just kind of trying to fight from behind right now and figure out how to get in that backfield and disrupt some of these handoffs.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 47. Harzma comes in averaging 8.5 yards per carry. You're seeing why he's getting it done against that big D line of Howell. Slings it out this time. It's going to be another first down, and it's Dykstra again, and he is into Howell territory.
There is a yellow hanky on the flag here. I think this one's coming back for holding.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, you're right. We got some laundry out there, and it is coming back. That brings the hometown crowd to their feet a little bit. Haven't had a whole lot to cheer about so far yet. So this ball now back into their own territory to the 41. And that's where Hudsonville will try to reload on 2nd and 11 now. Baker in the shotgun.
I would be surprised if they have a little RPO here where they can run to the boundary or throw it out to the field versus the look they like.
3 men to the top of your screen. Baker will sling it. He goes to the left side. Has a man out there. Nearly picked off. But it was dropped in and out of the hands of Aiden Horvath. He saw nothing but daylight ahead of him. And, that one might hurt.
He's going to want that one back. Aiden Horvath, I mean, this is 500 alive. Go get the football in the middle of the field. You're that free safety. 2 interceptions on the year. He's no stranger to finding that football right there. Sometimes it's just too good to be true. He couldn't believe it. This thing was sitting there for the taking. He just couldn't quite take it in.
Unfortunate for the senior. Like you said, 2 picks on the year. Saw number 3, and he may have seen 6.
Yeah.
Is what I think
in
stride. Saw there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. Got to come back here, have a good third down if you're Howell. Get your offense back on the field.
Here we go on 3rd down. The Howell faithful are excited. We got a false start. I didn't see who flinched. Either did Baker. He can't believe it. But they're backing up 5 more.
Well, this home crowd's coming alive. They can feel the momentum starting to shift a little bit here. They can get off the field here on 3rd down. Wouldn't be surprised if that offense for Howell starts humming.
Yeah, and that may have been it. The guys on the sideline looking to the crowd, pumping them up, getting them loud. And it caused Hudsonville to flinch. Here we go. So it is now 3rd and 15. Let's see what the Eagles have. 3 men to the top of your screen. Baker's going to throw it. And no, he's not. He's going to run it. Keeps it himself across the 50. That's another first down. He is hit right on the sideline. He's going to be okay. But once again, a first down as he takes it all the way to the 45.
You talk about that crowd getting loud. One way to silence them is drop back pass. Quarterback leaks out, ends up picking the first down all by himself. You'll see it here. Griffin Baker's going to drop back, look left. Doesn't like what he sees. After that almost interception, he says, you know what, I got to tuck this thing and run. And you can see the wheels here. The athletic kid finds an angle, finds a lane, crosses midfield, gets the first down.
So here come the Eagles. Once again, the pass. This one's going to bounce off the turf. And they say he caught it. Wow. Let's take another look at that here, Grant.
Yeah. Quick throw here. Just a little short, quick game, quick hitch outside. Griffin Baker runs and throws it. Intended for Braylon Miller. And that's a catch.
That is a catch. The crowd doesn't like it. Braylon Miller, as we look at it, the junior got both hands underneath that ball. He caught it. Incredible job once again by our boys with the cameras. And that is a pickup of 5. Griffin Baker going to keep it himself again. Left side this time. Dives toward the stick. Going to be just short at the 35.
Mason Seelek there does a great job of sealing his guy, getting a good block, and Griffin Baker doing what he does best, getting on the edge, finding a lane, breaking some tackles, and again, setting up Hudsonville for a very manageable 3rd and short right here.
So here comes Baker one more time. The 6'2 senior. Got a man in motion. He hands it straight up the middle. Big hole and a big gain to the 25-yard line.
And Howell, I mean, they're just not plugging gaps right now. They had everybody on the line of scrimmage. They had 3 guys back ready to defend the pass, but everyone else was tucked up on that line of scrimmage. They just couldn't get any push up front, allowing Bryce Fox to break through for a first down.
State Champs Sports Network is giving you the power to showcase your passion. You can submit your own videos and be part of our coverage. We want to feature your perspective on our network as we take a little run here for 2 yards on first down. Learn more at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision. You can see it right there on your screen. So it's going to be 2nd and long. Gain of about 1 there on first down. Once again, that Howell defense not able to stop the Eagles so far.
Yeah, the Eagles, they've found what's working right now. They're getting the quarterback involved in the run game, and then the running backs are running in between the tackles. Owen Harzma's running on the perimeter. They got a good, diverse play calling going right now.
Baker is hit finally and taken down. Big time hit right there. And it's about time they got him. They've been needing that.
They need it. Right there, they bring the corner blitz. We call that a cat blitz. He's coming off the edge. You got to have someone tell and say, hey, cat, cat, cat. They don't get the call. Line slides to the right, slides to the field. Drew Lynn, number 12, the junior, able to come backside for that sack, untouched.
They've been waiting for a big play like that all day long. Drew Lynn, the junior, delivers.
And if you're Howell here, you got to play good defense, rush the passer, but with your interior pass rush, with your defensive tackles, Bobby Kanka and Dylan Hawes, rush upfield, but don't rush too much so that Drew Lynn can get inside.
And we got a reverse. And this time the cut, oh my gosh, incredible cut like a surgeon. Brady Van Lake, touchdown, Eagles, 20-0.
Brady Van Lake. Talk about 2 soul-crushing 3rd down and 15-plus plays on this drive. Hudsonville says, "Know what? We don't care. We'll go and pick up that first down." Brady Van Lake gets that reverse and just takes it to the crib. Ends up circling the defense, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to cut back and then eventually get to the backside of that defense where there has no help. Great job, and he's got 3 rushes of 20 yards or plus on the season and 2 of 40-plus. Makes sense after seeing that run right there.
Absolutely incredible. And how about the vision, Grant? Not cutting just once, but twice here, and the last one is what freed him up for the touchdown.
And watch this. Quinn Powell coming across on the front side with a block here. You see Brady Van Lake cutting inside, good blocking up front, and then you see the vision here. Good ball security. Cuts on number 27, Tyler Mira, cuts backside across, runs past Justin Jones, the star linebacker. And when you can circle that defense, you got a good chance of scoring. That's what he did just there.
And I'll tell you what, that drive was pretty incredible. Howell a couple of times thought maybe they had some momentum. The crowd getting into it. Penalty on the first one. Then the sack, only to have Hudsonville punch them right back. And that time with the big-time touchdown to make it 21-0. Hudsonville has already scored more points in this game than they did in week 1 the entire time. That game finished 20-17.
You can tell Hudsonville has come out today with a chip on their shoulder. They're angry. They got that one loss in that loss column. And who was it to? It's to Howell, week 1. These guys had a rematch last year. They opened up the season against each other, where Hudsonville ended up winning that matchup last year in the season opener. Fast forward to this year, Howell got the best of them by 3 week 1. So you know these Hudsonville Eagles got that chip on their shoulder, ready to get some revenge.
Kick is away. It's Aiden Horvath, and he's going to get to around the 20-yard line. At Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at LTURecruitYourself.com. Well, the home team down 21-0 midway through the second quarter. Howell really needs a response right here. The offense, nothing but punt so far. We'll see if they can get something going. They're throwing on first down. Let's see if the foot got down. It did. Justin Jones. We talked about the guys coming out of the backfield. You finally saw it right here.
Yeah, great job. He leaks out of the backfield, runs a short corner route. That cornerback then attaches on to Bryce Kitch, which allows that lane to be open for the throw there to Justin Jones. And you can see that right foot taps in, and that's all you need here at the high school level. 1 foot. It's good to go. Good catch, good throw, and a much-needed completion here. And if you're Howell, you got to kind of change your game plan here. You got to look for explosive plays, and they got to find them quick.
And we have an unsportsmanlike penalty on Hudsonville. And on top of the first down, they just gave them another 15.
Yeah, they'll take that. They need everything they can get right now. They'll take that personal foul tacked on to a great throw. How high Highlanders are on the move here.
Yeah, they now have the ball at midfield. First time we can say that all day. 47-yard line. Howell really looking to get on the board here before the half. Down 21-0 right out of the gate. Preston Barb, the junior QB, looking to get his team on the board. They pitch it out. And there is room. It's Jones to the left side, lowers the shoulder. And that's another first down all the way to the 40.
Great play there, and an even better play by Justin Jones, understanding this is going to be a pass here, a double pass, and Justin Jones is ready to throw that thing, but he's seen in the face of pressure, and you know what, I got to make this happen on my own. Gets around the edge, good blocking, and then great lowering the shoulder against Johnny Carson, number 5, the cornerback.
Yeah, Jalen Houston came in and blew that up. I think you're right. I think he was looking to throw that ball, and Jalen came in. He said, no thanks, but it worked out. For the first time, Howell is in the Eagles' territory. Another throw. Jones thrown behind him. Tried to bring it back in. Great effort there, but it's going to be second down.
Yeah, they try to run a little scissors concept. Brody Stack, number 7, is going to run, get on that safety toes and try to run a corner route and try to drag the whole defense out of there. And then they try to slip in Justin Jones for a little seam post route underneath, hoping that the defense avoids, gets outside. Right there, Preston Barb has to get rid of the football. He's under pressure. Puts a really good ball on Justin Jones. Justin Jones just doesn't get his eyes back in time to adjust to it, but almost makes a great one-handed catch.
So here comes Preston. Got the play, going into the huddle. His team down a couple of scores here with 5:25 to play before halftime. Barb under center. Hands it off, up the gut. Gain of about 3 on that one.
Man, and this Hudsonville defensive line is not giving up any yards. I mean, when we watched this Howell offense against Belleville here in the championship, I mean, they were getting great push up front. You know, you saw Kish breaking through the line. You saw Justin Jones getting explosive play after explosive play. Early on here, Hudsonville's got Howell's number up front, hence why you've seen all this throwing here. Obviously, with them being down 3 scores, approaching the halfway mark.
Yeah, you're not seeing much more than a gain of 2 or 3, especially up the gut. Hudsonville has had their number so far. Let's see what they have on 3rd and long. Preston throwing deep. Got a man out there, but he overthrows Horvath, so it'll be 4th down and 8 to go. You're at the 38, Grant. You going for it here, down 21?
It looks like they might, and I think, I mean, it's tough. It's a hard call. Hudsonville has been 3 for 3 on scoring drives right now. Every time they touch the ball, they turn it into 7 points. So you got to be careful. You got to have a good route combination that you like here, a good play that you feel confident about. And then the last play, again, they try to go back to the scissors concept where they got Brody Schnack running that corner route, and they got the leverage they wanted for Aiden Horvath running that post route. Outside leverage from the cornerback, just couldn't complete the pass here. And if it's not a pooch punt, look for them to try to hit Brody Schnack, number 7, or Justin Jones, who's lined up at the top of your field.
Barb is under center. He's throwing. Looking right. Got a man out there, but that is overthrown. Maybe some confusion on the route there, GP.
Yep. It looks like Justin Jones is trying to run an out route right at the sticks. He's going to run that out route, but it looks like Preston Barb had other ideas. Looked like he was going to round it out and then take it up the field. Preston Barb's waiting for the double move, but I think Justin Jones there is a little late into getting into that double move. And if he just ran that out route and they had that planned, he had leverage, they could have completed that ball on the sideline for a 1st down right there. They just tried to get the double move. It took a little too long to develop.
The Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more information. So no punt this time. It's a 4-and-out for Howell. And once again, Hudsonville takes over with plenty of time and good field position. Handoff up the middle, still on his feet. Man, knocked back a little bit. A lot of work there for a gain of 2 yards. But that's what it will be at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're Howell, you got to wrap up these ball carriers. You guys are getting a couple extra yards off of hard runs where they're fighting through tackles. And if you're Howell there, you just got to try to wrap them up, limit them to as many yards as you can as possible. And right now, you got to have an emphasis on tackling the football. Week 1, Howell won the explosive play battle on offense, and they won the turnover battle. Right now, they're losing. I mean, they haven't turned the ball over yet, but they're losing the possession battle, obviously, with the score being what it is.
Hudsonville with it. Under 4 minutes to play. They got 60 yards to go on 2nd and 8. Handoff. Fox again. And again, not much happening. The ball came out there late, but I believe the whistle was blown.
They're going to give him forward possession. And number 4 on the tackle, Gavigan Walraven. And if that isn't one of the coolest names, I don't know what is. Right. Gavigan Walraven right here. Let's see him in on the tackle. Look at him trying to tackle that ball, trying to rip it out. Doing a good job. And then number 62, Sean Turpin, comes in for some love there. And Justin Jones does get it out while he's up. But refs give him forward progress, and that play's dead right at that spot. But you see, I mean, the senior, Justin Jones, understands what they need to do. They got to tackle that football, try to get away to get their offense back on the field. Love the approach by Justin Jones trying to rip at that ball.
3rd and long now for Hudsonville. Worked out pretty well on the last possession. Let's see what they have. Toss to the big fella. Going to be right at the sticks. Baker hit his big man, Jack Willis, but they say he is 1 yard shy.
1 yard shy right there. A little shallow route. Yep, it looks like they're going to bring out their punt team here. Good shallow route by Jack Willis. Good ball, but Justin Jones just sitting in that flat ready for him with a great tackle. And thought maybe Jack Willis was able to fall forward, but ref spotted him about a full yard short. Going to force a punt here by Hudsonville.
So we're getting the Hudsonville punt team for the first time today after 3 straight possessions, 3 touchdowns. They will kick it away. Speaking of Jack Willis, don't know if we'll get to mention him again. He's the number 2 long snapper in the nation. going to Michigan State next season. So congratulations to the big senior. Number 2 long snapper in the country.
Beautiful snap right there.
Yep, kick is away. Nice high punt, and they run into them, and that's going to be a flag.
Well, we just were talking about him. He snapped it and wanted to go get on that tackle. I think that's him. Yeah, that's Jack Willis, who ran into Aiden Horvath, and it's going to draw a yellow hanky every time.
So that'll be 2 straight possessions now with 15 yards given to Howell. Let's see if they can convert. They've got some time to do it. The Salvation Army is teamed up with the State Champs Sports Network. Help support the Salvation Army by volunteering for the annual Red Kettle campaign. Go to register, go to ring.com to sign up. You can do it as an individual or as a group.
And if you're Howell right now, you got to imagine that you need, and see right here, you're going to see Jack Willis, who just had a beautiful snap. Love the effort, getting downfield, being the first one of the ball, but just got to have a little bit of awareness there, give him about a 2-yard cushion and stay off the returner there. Aiden Horvath able to draw that running into the returner penalty for Howell there.
One more chance for the Highlanders. But once again, up the middle, nothing doing. Highlanders have a $140 to try to get some sort of points on the board, down 21-0 here in the first half, but once again, just a 1-yard gain.
1-yard gain. Number 53, John Sheepers, and number 59, Isaac Vanderveen, doing a great job of shooting inside to their gaps, condensing that formation. Cranley and Bryce Kish for a small gain right there.
2nd and 9. I formation. Got a man in motion. Barb's going to throw it. He's got a man over the middle, but great job there. Jalen Oosting knocking that one away.
Yep, you got your running back there, Justin Jones, in motion, and you're down right now. Kind of gives an inclination of what they're trying to do. They're trying to find Justin Jones in the route concepts here. He runs short motion down, runs across the field there. But Preston Barb kind of eyed that thing down the whole time. Jalen Oosting came from the backside, was able to read the quarterback's eyes and play into that route, almost causing an interception there. And when you see that tip ball over the middle of the field, coaches for the offense definitely hold their breath, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially he had a little help there too.
Yep.
So here we go. 1:09 to play. 3rd and 9. Howell on the wrong side of the field.
Going 4 wide here, 4 wide to the field, 4 eligible receivers to the top of the formation here.
Barb comes back the opposite way. The ball is tipped again at the line, and it drops incomplete. And once again, Highlanders have to punt it away.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Highlanders. They're trying to set up the tight end screen on the backside to Jackson Paul, number 13, their big tight end. But once again, second time we've seen the defensive line for Hudsonville get their hands in on the play, and you'll see it right here. We're going to check out who it is. Early inclination, it's 59 here. Yes, it is. Again, Isaac Vanderveen plays defensive line, but in the stat column, you'd think he's a defensive back with 2 pass breakups today.
Looks like
so far.
Wemby out there blocking.
Yeah, he does.
Kick is away, nearly blocked, and it will be returned. Great return all the way to the 49-yard line.
And
that is great. Braylon Miller, and with just under a minute to play, at the very least, Hudsonville's looking for 3 more.
Yeah, they're going to try to push this ball downfield, and a thing that goes unnoticed, a thankless job is a returner here, and ignore him returning the football. It's his ability to get under the football, not allow that ball, and that was almost blocked right there.
I believe he may have blocked it.
He might have got a finger on that. But no, Braylon Miller does a great job corralling that football, getting north and south, setting up great field position for these Hudsonville starting drives.
So with 56 seconds left, here they come. Griffin Baker looking to throw over the middle. Got his man. It's Dykstra again. He's looking to pick up more yards, maybe hit the sideline. It will be a first down. And with 45 seconds left to go, they've got the ball at the 40. Coming up at halftime, we head to the State Champs studio for the Mr. Football and the Anvil Award updates. They are delivered by Hungry Howie's. That and more right here on State Champs Game Time Live. 45 ticks on the clock. Here comes Baker. Drops way back. Guns it over the middle. Dykstra again, but overshoots him.
Yeah, we're going to have a yellow hanky here in the backfield.
And it will be a hold.
I like Hudsonville's approach there. Howell's leaving the middle of the field pretty wide open. Those linebackers are going to attach to anything that crosses their face and goes deep, but they're trying to attack from the outside. They're trying to send Carson Dykstra on like a post route there to clear the middle of the field. And that ball, he took a little bit of too shallow of an angle on that post. Griffin Baker wanted a nice vertical type stem right at the post, the goal post, and just missed on that one.
And they've been unable to slow him down so far as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can just tell when he gets that ball in his hand, he is looking to make the next guy miss, always looking to find green grass. Got to give him a heads-up play there on that last catch. He was able to get out of bounds.
Quick hitter on this one. On 1st and 20, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
See the speed by Coach right there? Goodness.
Getting that timeout?
Yeah. Full sprint there. It looked like he was about to go run a route.
Looked like Jesse Owens with a 40-yard dash there.
Yeah, just an extension of the run game right here. Quick screen, and when you get the ball to Brady Van Lake, good things happen. You can see him just riding the wave. Follow your blockers. Number 70, Cooper Roberts, out leading the way. Great block there, cutting off his block, and good effort there by Bobby Kanka coming from that defensive line, making a tackle downfield.
So that'll be a pickup of 10. Back in business here. And, you know, Hudsonville does have a kicker who can hit it from a ways. Ian Jenkins, 49 yards. He has set the school record. So, you know, a couple of yards, they feel pretty good about getting number 17 out there on the field. He can get 3 on the board.
Absolutely. That's such a nice weapon to have when you got a guy that can drain kicks above the average, distance of a high school kicker. Really allows you to play pretty freely in the red zone, knowing that you got 3 points in the back in your back pocket.
He's a guy that's got some opportunity to play at the next level. Anytime you can bang it from 49, you're definitely going to get some looks. 2nd and 9, 32 seconds to play. Three receivers at the bottom. Baker looking to the bottom. He's got Dykstra dancing around. Gets down at the 26. It's another first down. And we are going to have another timeout, I believe, by Hudsonville.
Yeah, and Howell's just running 4 deep, meaning they got 4 defenders covering 4 parts of the field deep. Hudsonville was able then to run some shallow routes, which drew out those linebackers, and then you got Carson Dykstra running a simple in route. There's no linebackers in the hole. Their safeties are playing deep. It's an easy completion there, able to then to get a first down, and got to compliment Coach Sandy again for the hustle, getting downfield, getting that timeout called, giving your offense an opportunity to operate here in the red zone with 24 seconds left.
And we had a great look at Coach Sandy there walking on the field for the timeout. I mean, they have called nearly a flawless game so far here in the first half, Grant.
They really have, and they got some weapons all around that field, and they do a good job of utilizing everybody. I mean, in that backfield, you got Bryce Fox, who's your Thunderback. You got Owen Harzma, who's your speedy back, who didn't play against Howell week 1, so they're seeing a new running back change in that backfield, which is giving them some fits there. And then Carson Dykstra and Brady Van Lake are causing issues on the perimeter in this pass game.
24 seconds on the clock now. Hudsonville in business once again. We'll see if they can get 6.
Got to protect the middle of the field here if you're Howell.
Going to the outside, and once again, little miscommunication with Dykstra on that one. Dykstra was coming back. Baker throws long to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's typically that's a choice route where it's dictated off the coverage. If the cornerback plays deep and off, takes away that go route, you're usually going to run that comeback. If he's playing up and tight, you're going to run that comeback and go and try to sell it over top of him. Right there, it looks like Carson Dykstra had one plan and quarterback Griffin Baker had another.
2nd and 10 now. Still plenty of time, 19 seconds. Here comes Baker. Looking left, and he is hit and knocked down. Do we have a fumble on the play? Was he down first?
Let's check it out here.
Umpires are going to have something to talk about. Let's take a look at it.
Let's see who's the first of the party. Mr. Big Bobby Kanka gets his hand on the ball, wraps up the quarterback, and that's a fumble all day if you ask me. That ball is out. Right there, Bobby Kanka, and then Jesse Klasko tags on the team, and good job there by Quinn Powell just hopping on that football.
Well, the umpires are definitely going to have a conversation here. looking at it live, it almost looked like he threw it. But as we saw there, the ball hit the turf and then knocked off of his hand. Can we take a look at that one more time? Is that possible to have a look? Well, let's see. Well, looks like we have a discussion.
Here, Bobby Kanka, Jesse Klasko with great pressure. Quinn Powell gets a good block on him. And then Bobby Kanka wins his matchup. That ball's loose coming out. And fortunately for Hudsonville, they were able to get on top of it.
Right there, it's out.
Yep.
No knee is down for sure.
Great shot by the camera team right there.
Man, they're doing a great job today. They came with their A game as well.
And I think on that last play, Howell was able then to rotate to a one-high look. Griffin Baker was trying to eye down the middle of the field, wasn't able to find out what he was, find out his route that he liked. Then had to, had hot feet, was trying to get out of the pocket. So call that one a coverage sack. Then Bobby Kanka comes in and really seals the deal on that last play.
And Hudsonville's going to take a timeout. But what a great play and a great call by the officials, because that really does. It causes a change in the game, because as we said, Ian Jenkins, field goal kicker, has got a 49-yarder this year. Now they are way out of field goal position. So at the very least, 3 points are off the board.
Yeah, and that, having sitting in some quarterback meetings, there's usually 2 rules of thumb when you're in the red zone as a quarterback. It's 1, you can't throw interceptions, you can't give the ball to the other team, obviously, and then 2, we can't take sacks, can't allow the field position to flip on you a little bit there. You got to help your field goal team, and right there with that coverage sack, Griffin Baker had no opportunity there to get out of the pocket. But those are the 2 rules of quarterback play usually in the red zone there. It's avoid turnovers and don't take sacks. Find a fan in the stands and throw that football away. Coach Jim McElwain, when he was our receiver coach, he would take our quarterbacks down and say, hey, pick out 2 fans left and right, and if you don't like the play in the red zone, just throw it to one of them. Give them a game ball.
Wow.
So that's the old little tricks of the trade right there.
Well, the other thing, 1 second left on the clock. So they got to go for the end zone here. Here comes Baker. Throws over the middle, got his main man, hook and ladder, and it might work, and it does. Touchdown, Hudsonville, Brady Van Lake. Trickeration as the clock hits 0.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, we live in Michigan. Our pro team is the Lions. Got to think Hudsonville maybe watched a little film and took one out of the Lions playbook right there. Man, that was a heck of a play. Usually save those for end of the game situations when you need a score. Didn't need a score here, but they just said, you know what, why not try it right here? Great job by Carson Dykstra of getting open in the middle of the field, and then Brady Lake coming across the backside, and the whole defense pushes over with Carson Dykstra, leaving that backside wide open. And boy, that was a dagger to close out this first half.
Unbelievable, and I think you may have called it right there, Detroit Lions playbook. I think I've seen Amon-Ra do something like that a time or 2. Incredible half. As we said, nearly flawless for the Eagles. They lead this thing 28-0 over the unbeaten number 1 ranked Howell Highlanders, and there is a shock throughout this stadium, Grant.
I mean, geez, closing out the first half, it's insane. And, the first down battle right now, Hudsonville owns that 14-3. They've run 22 plays for 109 yards, only to Howell's 9 plays for 26 yards. So Howell's got to find a way to get these explosive plays going in the second half and eat up some of this lead. So, Howell right now, they're going to be fighting here. Kind of have to change their game plan. We know that they're a 22 personnel team, 23 personnel, meaning 2 running backs, 3 tight ends. We've seen them split out a little bit. They're going to have to find players and playmakers in space right now, and their defense is going to have to buckle up and get some stops here in this second half.
Well, I was going to say, Grant, it's not just one side of the football. It's the entire game right now. I mean, both sides, they are just getting dominated on both sides of the football. Before we head to the half, let's head down to the sideline. Zach, Scott, Coach.
Coach Sandy, what an end of the half. What was that play call?
We call it Boise, but it was kind of fun. We got some good athletes and gave them an opportunity to make some plays, and it worked out well.
And quite the opposite of that, you guys physically dominated in the first half. How'd you pull that off against one of the most physical teams in the state?
Yeah, we feel like we could play with anybody. Our D-line, our O-line have been coached really well. We had a great opportunity to see the Power T last week against Granville. I got to see it again today and kind of ready for some of the formations and stuff. We've done a great job. Coach Deck and Coach Weig done a great job of getting ourselves lined up correctly.
And last question for you here real quick. Is there anything you guys can do and need to do even better in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to take care of the football. We got to keep Griff clean in the pocket, take care of the football, and finish. We were in the lead last time we played these guys going into halftime. Now we got to finish. We got to start with the ball, big drive to start the second half.
Thanks so much, Coach. We'll be right back for more high school football action after the break.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients, combining them to create new flavor combinations your taste buds never knew they needed. Until now. Introducing his latest master pizza, the Chicken and Waffles Pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella, all topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory, it's gone before you know it.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Welcome back to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Ryan Slocum alongside Grant Perry and Zach Preece. And my gosh, Grant, we have a shocker here in the Division I Regional Championship. The #1 team in the state, Howell, down 28-0 on their home field here at halftime. And it's been a complete domination for the Eagles on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it really has. And there's a couple of statistics that stand out. We'll run through them here. Hudsonville has run the ball 22 times. They've had 109 rush yards compared to Howell. Rushed it 9 times for 26 yards. And, so what that does is that takes away from Howell's DNA. They're a run team. They want to establish their run. They want to hold on to the ball, play good defense, and win the possession battle. And right now, Hudsonville's edging them out in the run game. Total yards, 238 to just 38. Wow. It's going to be hard to stay in a game when the yardage is that lopsided. And then just another statistic, too, is when it comes down to those must-need-it third downs, Hudsonville's completing those at a 4 out of 8, so 50%, and Howell's at 0 for 5 right now. So that's got to flip in this second half if Howell wants to get back in this.
And a kick in the teeth, really, the way it ended on the hook and ladder touchdown as the buzzer sounds to go up 28-0. Oh, and on top of that, Hudsonville then gets the ball to start this second half.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hudsonville, you couldn't have drew it up any better. I mean, the play call was perfect. You get great execution from your players. And then just the cherry on top is you get the ball to receive here this second half. So if Hudsonville come out and get a good score here, this thing could be drifting away. But look for Howell to stay in this game, stay aggressive, and try to tackle that football and cause some turnovers.
Well, that's one way to do it. They go with the onside kick to get something going, but we have a flag on the field, and it was recovered by Hudsonville. They were aware. They were ready for it.
Yep, they were ready, and they got the false start there, which usually just means one of the guys is across that line, across that 40 yards before that ball is kicked, and everyone's got to stay behind until that ball is kicked. Then you can cross that 40-yard line.
So we're going to kick it one more time. Kicker goes over, grabs his tee, lining it back up. Let's see what happened here, Grant. Let's see if we can see. Maybe number 12?
Yeah, maybe Drew Lynn. Tough to see on that angle, but you got to love the approach there by Howell, saying, you know what, we know we need possession. Let's go ahead and try to get one here. Start the second half.
Looking for anything to spark this team, both offensively and defensively. This one, little pooch, little short kick, and that'll help. Tough grabbing it, but a great return, even after having to spin around. And he is still on his feet, Grant, pushing his way all the way to the nearly 50-yard line. Going to be finally dragged down at the 47.
That's a good return right there. Talking about the extra effort. It looks like we got an eagle down on the field. You know, hopefully he's okay. Gets it back up on his own power there.
But just more about this first half, Grant. You really got to be shocked. We talked about the size of the defensive line of Howell. Just looking across the board, they go 6'4", 235, 6'5", 290. Oh, by the way, a 4-star going to U of M. 6'4", 300, 6'3", 235. Yet, Hudsonville's had their way running the ball against those guys.
They have, and they've been doing a great job here. They haven't been afraid either. They've been running right at Bobby Kanka. He's had a couple missed tackles on some short third downs, one on the goal line where Bryce Fox ended up crossing the goal line for a touchdown. But they got to condense this D-line here, pinch the gaps, try to force everything outside and have these linebackers, Justin Jones and Jesse Klasko, rally to the football here. But got to shut down the middle of your defense right now if you're Howell.
Well, here comes the high-flying Eagles offense. Have not been able to be stopped yet. On first down, nice gain. Bryce Fox bouncing off a couple of guys, gets across midfield to the other 48-yard line.
Yeah, you got to give credit here to Hudsonville. You know, they're able to get those O-linemen onto the second level, being the linebackers. And if you get that O-line onto the second level, it allows your running back then to have a little bit of patience, navigate where he wants to go. If your lineman can't get to the second level, it allows your linebackers to flow freely. And that's what they got to do right now. Bobby Kanka's got to demand double teams, and Justin Jones has got to trigger to the football if you're Howell.
Second down. Hometown crowd trying to get their team going. They're gonna like that. Bryce Fox brought down nearly immediately, just a pickup of about maybe 1 yard.
And that's really good right there. And you know, just an outside zone to the right. Bobby Kanka chases it down from the backside, front side. There's already 2-3 guys at the point of attack. Jesse Klasko, Gavigan Walraven there making the tackle. That's what you got to do if you're Howell right now. Got to have multiple people at the ball. Got to have a party at the football playing defense.
So Fox comes off the field. 3rd and long. Hudsonville has not been stopped much on 3rd down. They are 4 of 8 so far today. Drops back. Man's wide open. Carson Dykstra's been his main man today, but they're going to stop him on this drive. Hudsonville going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, good job there by the defense, and Howell bringing an extra element, bringing Drew Lynn again. That's the second time we've seen that corner blitz, also known in football terminology as a cat blitz. He comes off the edge. The O-line slides to the field. They don't account for him, and then he has to rush the throw. Griffin Baker, that is, puts a ball out in front of Carson Dykstra where he can't get it. Got to compliment Drew Lynn and this defensive staff here for the call there on that play.
And you saw Griff there on the sideline. His leg banged up a little bit there. Looks like he's going to be okay, but wincing a little bit there. The punt is away, and it's going to take a Hudsonville bounce, but it goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So Howell going to begin this drive on their own 20, looking to make something happen for the first time this afternoon. Let's go down to the field with Zach.
Yeah, guys, you saw number 10 for Hudsonville go down just a little bit ago, Jalen Osting. He's got 43 tackles on the year, a really big guy for them on defense, and he's on the bench right now in front of me. He's sitting there, seems to be in pain. They're having him try raising his arm above his head. Seems like it might be a shoulder issue, but for now, that's all I can give you. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Zach. I'll tell you what, man, they do not want to lose that guy. That is the heart and soul of the team. That is Mr. Hudsonville. His dad as a coach at lower levels really have built this team up. And I'll tell you what, they do not want to lose that guy. Jalen Osting. Coach told us he does everything as hard as humanly possible. Fakes the pitch and hands it off, and now he breaks away. Look at this. Huge run down to the 20 to the 15-yard line. The break that they needed, they finally get. Howell in business down inside the red zone.
Great job there, and Bryce Kish just running off the tackle. Great job up front with the blocks. Looks like Howell's going to hurry up here, try to get this ball moving and snap quickly, as right now their biggest enemy is the time.
And they do. They're hand it off again. It's Kish one more time. This time they get him. But how about that play? The break they needed, they finally get.
Right here, this is the last play we just saw. A little runoff tackle there. Good job by Ryan Aukman here. You're going to see it. He's going to be running a little misdirection here. Reverse counter. Got two guys at the point of attack. Number 13 with Jackson Paul with a great block. And then right here, you want to see Kish then line up that safety and try to make him miss.
This time they hand it to Jones. Picks up a couple. And he is down to about the 13-yard line.
And if you're Howell right now, you can't come away with anything besides 6 points on this drive. 7 with the extra point. But right now they got to find a way to work these guys. Justin Jones out of the backfield into some passing formations here. If Brody Stack's in the game, that's a good guy to look out for. I don't believe he is, but watch right here. Justin Jones probably going to touch this football. If not, somewhere out of the backfield.
They got them all lined up. Hand off to Jones. Off tackle. And he is going to be short. Gets to about the 10-yard line. Staying on his feet. He's fighting, but he gets no further than the 10, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
All right, and, you like the decision there, right? Third and about 6-7 yards. Go ahead and run it. You got 2 downs to get the first here. You cut it in half. Now it's a 4th and 2. And you just got to count on your O-line right now to get a good push up front. Bobby Kanka, one of their big tight ends, essentially an extension of the O-line, playing an extension of a left tackle, if you will, at that tight end position. Look for him to just try to push a guy off the ball. Wouldn't be surprised if they get it to Bryce Kish here. He's got that good body lean, able to fall forward for a lot of yards.
The Highlanders 50% on 4th down this year. They need this one. 4th and 2. The pitch goes out to Jones. He's looking to throw, but he is leveled by a pair of Eagles. And once again, Howell threatens their first big threat of the day. But once again, they come up empty.
Man,
how about Isaac Vanderveen?
Man, he's having a day. Really good job. This is the second time Howell's gone to the halfback pass, and Hudsonville has not fallen for it once. Really good job. Look at Vanderveen coming on the backside, trying to get a tackle, gets there, and really good job downfield covering Aiden Horvath, who was running the route. Defense was all over that one.
So Hudsonville takes over one more time, this time deep in their own territory. Hand off up the middle. There's Owen breaking toward that first down marker, and look, once again, the fight. He gets past the first down all the way to the 30. There is no quitting these Eagles, man. They have got their foot on the gas. Alta Equipment Company knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. If you're just joining us, we have a shocker here. In the second half, Hudsonville up 28-0 over top-ranked Howell. Howell had a chance right there in the red zone inside the 10, looking to get into the paint for the first time of the day, but they turn it over on downs, and once again, the Eagles are in business. Owen Harzma off tackle, pickup of about 2.
Great job there by Dylan Hollis. He's playing on the backside there, was able to cross face, get down the line of scrimmage, get hands on, didn't complete the tackle, but was able to slow down Owen Harzma and allow the rest of that Howell defense to rally to the football.
Bring up second down, 7 to go. 6:40 to play here in the third quarter. Griffin Baker hands it off. Harzma with a huge hole, burst of speed, and he blows his way across midfield and into Howell territory.
First down, Eagles of the Highlander 49.
I mean, really good run. Owen Harzma, we know he brings that speed, he brings that burst, but Howell didn't see him week 1, so they're getting accustomed to it right now. And look at that, great blocking up front, hat for a hat. And when you get your running back on that third and second level with a full head of steam, boy, good things happen. You can see the burst right there out of Harzma. 8 touchdowns on the year, 600 plus yards, just tacking onto it.
An 8.5 a clip. You've been seeing it all day today. Fire and Ice, they're known as, Bryce Fox and Harzma. I don't know which one's fire and which one's ice, though. They're both working pretty well so far. First down, they're going to say he was down at the 49, so right there at midfield. Here's Owen again. This time, nothing doing. He's grabbed by Bobby as he got to the line. And we have a flag on the field after some little extracurriculars.
And Bobby Kenka's limping off the field a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. He's been doing really well this second half, getting pressure in that backfield against these runs. That's got a guy they need on defense here going forward.
Yeah, and that's one guy they just cannot lose. Hudsonville's been having their way running the ball. You don't want to lose Big Bob, the 4-star U of M commit. Great player. Coaching staff says there's no two words about it. He's an absolute force inside. And that's going to be 15 yards on Howell. So Hudsonville picking up even more yardage. They now have it at the 33. Looking to tack on to this 28-point lead. Griffin Baker letting the clock roll a little bit, using that to his advantage before he even steps up to the center. Handoff up the middle. It's Fox slipping through tackles, still on his feet, dancing around before finally being brought down at the 14. Another huge gain for the Eagles on the ground.
Man, let's check this one out right here. Just a little inside zone run. Look at Griff's eyes. You can tell that he has the ability to keep it. Really good job by 56 Mason Siolek, doing a great job of cutting off that backside, allowing Bryce Fox then to shoot through the gap, and you can just see him working for extra yards, trying to find blocks. Got to credit Brady Van Lake blocking downfield. No block, no rock. And Brady is doing a great job downfield with the rock, but also blocking.
Yeah, you saw Horvath trying to get in there to make the tackle, made the dive. Couldn't get there. And it's a huge gain now into the red zone once again for Hudsonville. And once again, using the clock to their advantage, taking their time. There's another handoff. This time going nowhere. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jackson Paul getting there first.
Good job by Jackson Paul there. A little read option. Quarterback gave it. Jackson Paul is all over it.
At Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for world-class undergraduate degrees. Scholarships are available at LTURecruitYourself.com. So it'll be second down and long. Hudsonville once again in striking distance, looking for an incredible 35-0 lead. They're up 4 scores right now. Hand off to Fox again. Once again, he's got a huge hole. He fights his way toward the first down marker one more time. Inside the 10, down to the 6.
And I mean, just if we see that replay there, Cooper Roberts, captain of this offense, pulling from the backside. Watch this block, which frees up Bryce.
Big number 70.
70's coming through. Good block right there. Bobby Kinka just can't get around fast enough. Just enough from Cooper Roberts. And Bryce Fox, he gets that second level. Good wrap up there by Aiden Horvath, but he's running hard right now, Bryce Fox.
the OK Red champs. First time outright since 2004. Looking to make their way to the Final Four. Clock running, 3rd and 1. Griffin Baker letting that clock tick. And now as we're ready. Hand off again inside. Fox fights his way. That'll be another first down. He gets across the 5. And they are moving one more time. Hey, for all you that are thinking, wow, how am I going to pay for college? You need to check out Fresh Perspectives College and Career Readiness Program. Gwen Thomas and her Scholarship Boot Camp will help you win scholarship, provide FAFSA tips, and write powerful scholarship essays plus much more. Go to freshperspectiveseminars.org to learn more. Down inside, 2 minutes to go. The Eagles now with 1st and goal. They got that thing marked right at the 5. Quarterback Baker keeps it himself. Hit, spins, into the paint, falls across the line. Another touchdown for the Eagles. Hudsonville pouring it on.
What a drive by Hudsonville right there. I mean, the ball possession, the ball control, win 1st and 2nd down, set up those short 3rd down yard plays, and right there, they go quarterback design, run, get 2 blockers on the run side of that formation. And all Griffin Baker has to do is make the right cut, fall forward. And right now, there may be a little of that defeat creeping into the Highlanders after that type of drive by the Hudsonville Eagles.
Kick by Jenkins. It's up. It's through for the 5th time today. He gives his team a 35-0 lead with still a $1:45 to play in the 3rd. Let's take another look at the QB getting hit.
Mason Kolek and Quinn Powell. It was either Quinn Powell or Bryce Fox had a double team right there and just paved the way for Griffin Baker. What a block.
Yeah, the senior is enjoying his time so far. Has a couple on the ground, has a couple through the air, and they are loving it over here, the folks, and a lot of them that made the trek across from Hudsonville here to the middle of the state in Howell. They're going to enjoy their ride home. They're going to enjoy their tailgate. And we mentioned at the top, Grant, how about the atmosphere here? Obviously on this side of the field right now, they're not feeling too well on the Howell side, but just overall, this is incredible, man. This is like being in Ann Arbor on a Saturday.
It really is. I mean, they do it right over here in Howell. You know, second time this year being over here was over here for the Belleville game. That was a night game, and it was just as rowdy. I mean, the fans lined up. I love the stadium, too. It's a bowl-type feel, so you feel sunken down, and everything feels tall around you. See all the tailgating parades out there. It's fun to see.
Yeah, you got folks on the side, on the grass, like they're at a minor league baseball game. They got their blankets out there laying in the grass. This is great, man. But this is a great return. How about this? Howell's fighting. Horvath getting the ball across the 30, giving his team good field position one more time.
33-yard line.
Howell hadn't been able to move the ball at all until that last possession. And it was Bryce Kish, deuces, taking it all the way down. But the drive once again came up short. Turnover on downs. Howell with the donut, still on the board. Preston Barb hoping to change it. He drops back. He's got a man, but overshoots him, and that was Horvath.
You got to credit Luke Brodnicki right there. Getting pressure. Didn't get a sack, but we call that a quarterback hurry. He's able to get into the face of Preston Barb there, forcing the overthrow intended for Aiden Horvath.
The clock's still ticking. And Huntsville has no problem with that right now. 12 minutes and 30 seconds away from moving on to the state semifinals. Howell hoping for a miracle. Here's Barb. He pitches it out. Here comes our halfback pass. We finally get it. And it looks like it is complete. but he dropped it. Unbelievable.
And we got a yellow hanky back here. They might get a roughing the passer as Justin Jones gets attacked there low after the hit. Didn't look too bad there, but if you're wondering why this clock's still running after incomplete passes, once the score hits 35, that clock starts to run no matter what. So Howell's fighting the clock even more right now.
How about that break up there by number 12, Ty Eichma? And how about this number for Ty? 27 tackles on the year, 27 passes defensed.
Talk about being around the ball and doing the right thing. And it was interesting, too. Coach Sandy alluded to the fact that Ty was another player that didn't play week 1 versus Howell. And it wasn't because he was injured. It was because they understand what kind of defense offense Howell runs. It's that 22, 23 personnel, big backs, and they run the football. And they didn't think that Ty Eichema had the ability to come off that tackle position and tackle and make tackles. But he proved them wrong, and he's earned his spot here on this defense.
So we do get the roughing the passer call. I'm not sure about that one there, but again, Howell will take that for sure. Pass is broken up downfield where they get 15 yards. That puts them right at midfield with 2 ticks left on the clock here, as the clock did stop because of that call. So they'll get an extra play here in the third quarter.
Howell, I'm trying to find where Brody Stacks at number 7. Taller tight end, junior, 6'4", 240 pounds. Has a little bit of an advantage height-wise, physicality-wise against these smaller secondary players of Hudsonville.
We haven't seen him yet today. He's a guy that can pick up big yardage as well. 6 receptions on the year for over 200 yards. When he touches it, things happen. Oh, and there it goes. Didn't get the snap off in time. They did not get the snap off in time as they restarted it, so we will go to break and be back with the fourth quarter right here on the State Champs Sports Network.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients, combining them to create new flavor combinations your taste buds never knew they needed. Until now. Introducing his latest master pizza, the Chicken and Waffles Pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella, all topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory, it's gone before you know it.
Hungry?
Howie's! At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Welcome back to Howell, guys, where the visiting Hudsonville team is currently shockingly leading the home team 35-0. And when we got to talk to Coach Brent Sandy earlier in the week over Zoom, he said he'd like to see his squad throw the ball between 10 and 12 times, maybe a little bit more this game. Well, they've thrown the ball 13 times, and they're 8 for 13. And what's really been the issue for Howell and for the Highlanders, and what's the reason why Hudsonville is up so big, is because they've also ran the ball dominantly. Hudsonville find themselves up 35-0 because of this. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate that, Zach. No doubt, game is won in the trenches, and they are getting that done so far today. Barb fires down the field, gonna be picked off, but then given right back to Jones. He took it away from him. Unbelievable. Trent Knobber got the pick, and then Jones, staying with it, takes it right back.
Oh my gosh. Watch this. Knobber's going to go up, high point the football just as you're supposed to do. Really good job. And then Justin Jones never quits on a play. Look at the effort. Rips it right out of his hands. And now Howell's here in the red zone.
Yeah, Howell in the red zone. They're going tempo now because they need a whole lot of points in not much time. Bryce Kish with the touch here on first down. But I'll tell you what, that is a Play of the Year nominee right there by Justin Jones. Hasn't been able to do as much running the rock today. Have to do something in desperation time. He did it. And his team once again in business in the red zone for now the second time today. We got a man in motion. This is the play that they ran that went way downfield. This time, Hudsonville was all over it. Faked the pitch, hand off to Kish. Nothing doing that time.
Nothing doing solely because Isaac Vanderbeek won that route, or excuse me, that matchup right there going against Mason Schumacher. Did a great job. The first team all-region defensive end held his ground, shucked off Schumacher, and was there for Kish to make that tackle.
And how good has Isaac been today, man? Said his name numerous times, blocked numerous passes. He's all over the place right now. Here we go on third down. Howell needs something. Barb goes back across his body. It's Jones fighting his way. He will be brought down right near the goal line, setting up 4th and goal.
Yeah, really good job. That might have actually crossed. I think that they just picked up a first down inside the 3 there, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. It first down, so they get 4 shots right from the goal line. It's Jones fighting his way, and it looks like he is in there. Touchdown, Howell, finally on the board.
You can hear the crowd erupting. Finally something to cheer about for these Highlanders. Justin Jones really was the sole reason that they got in the end zone this drive. Had the incredible play where he steals the interception back from Trenton Knobber, and then he puts it in across the goal line. Really good job there. And another thing, too, it stops the clock, slows the game down. That running clock now is off since they've gotten within that 35-point lead.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They get new life just based on the fact that the clock now stops, where before it could just run and run and run. So Howell players looking back toward the sideline as they're waiting for their play to get called in. And here comes Preston now. They will go for 2. Needing all the points they can get, down 35-6 with 9:52 to play. Man in motion, Horvath. Barb has nowhere to go, just kind of slings it out there, hoping either Jones or Horvath would be able to get it, but it's knocked away.
Yeah, and if he gets rid of this ball a little bit quicker, this might be the touchdown run here. Oh, good job by Justin Jones corralling that football. Gets met head on. That ball's still loose, but that 6'3", 200-pound frame Justin Jones is not going to be denied right now on that goal line. And on that 2-point conversion here, you'll see Preston Barb. He's going to have Brody Stack open. He's got to get rid of that ball right now. As soon as he thinks it's open, that ball's got to be up and out. He hesitates, and then Ryan Auckman there with the deflection.
Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Sports Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. So Howell finally strikes. They began this half with the onside kick. Expect another one, obviously, right here.
Yeah, got to imagine that they were going to try to steal possession here. As you can see, Hudsonville's all corralled up near that 50-yard line.
Luis Maldonado Vasquez. He's going to give it the boot. And once again, just like at the beginning of the half, someone crossed the line before the ball was kicked away.
Got to have patience, and that really honestly takes away your ability to then go back for it, because now this ball's got to travel 15 yards for it to be a clean recovery. I believe so being the case, but now you're anticipating it, you're ready for it. No, scratch that. They just have to get it 10 yards, no matter the penalty. Thank you for that, Chuck.
Still 10. They obviously know what's coming. They're ready for it. So Luis will do it one more time. Both times he kicked it straight away. Let's see where he goes this time. Oh, no, he goes with the pooch. Hoping to find a dead spot out there. That ball is picked up and brought across the 30-yard line. The big fella, the tight end, Jack Willis, the future Spartan, with the recovery. Well, the road for Hudsonville to get to the regional final has been eventful. In the district semifinal, Ian Jenkins made the walk-off field goal to beat East Kentwood 25-23. Then last week, Hudsonville scored a late touchdown and held on to beat Granville to win the district title. And you know, on this side of the state, Grant, you don't see a ton of power T, especially from the bigger schools, Division I schools. Helps out Howell a lot. On the west side of the state, more teams run that over on the west side, including Granville. And obviously, Hudsonville and Howell met in week 1, so they saw it then. They saw it twice against Granville this year, so they're used to seeing this type of offense. You got to believe that helped today.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Teams in anticipation of the year, if they get a team on their schedule, for example, Howell, they'll start preparing for that that split back T formation in the preseason. They'll implement periods during the offseason to work on it. But when you got an opportunity to go against it 3 times in season, like you said, it is just an enormous advantage to have seen it, done it, and know what to expect.
Griffin Baker, the senior quarterback for the Eagles, been solid all day. He waits, lets the clock roll. Remember, the running clock has stopped. He'll take this down till the final ticks of the play clock, though, before handing it off to Owen, the explosive back, doing it one more time across midfield into Howell territory. Another huge pickup for Owen Harzma.
Boy, when he gets going, man. 20-plus runs, yardage-wise, he runs above 20 yards, he's at 9 on the season coming into today. 40-plus, he's at 2. You can tell, when he gets to that second, third level, he explodes, and he must have broken a few tackles there because it looked like he was going to get corralled before that first down. And let's check it out here. Good blocking up front, running through tackles, bouncing off Howell Highlanders, getting to the edge. And you can just see the determination out of Owen Harzma right there.
Bouncing off 3 guys there to break through the line. He's been incredible today on the offensive end for the Eagles. No question about it. The Fire and Ice backs have done their job. With 8 minutes to play, Eagles up 35-6. And they just keep chipping away. Here comes Owen again, the junior up the middle, spinning, running, gunning, staying on his feet. That's going to be another gain of 9.
Most junior running backs are going to bounce that run right there. That's an inside hitting run inside the tackle. You got guys pulling at the point of attack, and you got to read and let those blocks develop. Right there, he had an opportunity to bounce it outside, which in that instance probably looked more enticing, but the help is outside. He's able to cut back inside across the defense, is able to get 9 yards right there. Really good vision out of that junior running back, Owen Harzma.
He's been incredible. Came in with 615 yards on the season. 8.5 per carry. That is continued here today. Second and short with now just over 7 to play in the game. Here comes Baker, hands it off again. This time, Harzma is hit immediately. The big fella, Bobby Kanka, got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Kanka, he gets through the line of scrimmage and does really well there. Hits the ball carrier, then allows Klasko to follow up with the tackle. Really good job by Bobby Kanka, playing in that middle of the defense. Sound gap assignment right there.
Good to see him back out there as he has been now the last couple of possessions. We saw him limping off the field earlier on. He is good to go. Hudsonville now with a 3rd and short, as they are just trying to run out this clock. Doing a good job of it so far. 31, the only back. He gets it. Fights across the line, still fighting. Another great pickup by him. And Owen gives Hudsonville another first down. The Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more information. Griffin Baker, the senior. Carson Dykstra, another senior. Along with Bryce Fox. Their seasons and careers will continue. Hudsonville just minutes away from moving on to the Final Four. As they're just killing this clock here. Handoff after handoff. Grant, to say this was an impressive performance is maybe the understatement of the year, is it not?
It is. I mean, coming in this game, I'm thinking whoever's got the ball last is going to win this game. And that just, the week one meeting, Howell only was able to edge this out by 3 points. And you go through the year and, you see that the season and the trajectory Hudsonville had after Howell. Howell continued that great trajectory, being undefeated up until, today, possibly here. Hudsonville, you got to give them credit, man. They came in with a chip on their shoulder, and they're playing really hard today.
Yeah, that first game, week one, 20-17, Howell over Hudsonville. It was a 21-yard touchdown pass from Barb to Jones that ended it. Going to be another first down. Great run there. The little fella, Wyatt, taking it up the gut into the red zone. But, yeah, that game came right down to the final minutes. 3-point game. It was Barb with a pass. 21 yards to Jones for the game-winning touchdown in that one. And this one got away from Howell pretty quickly.
Yeah, Coach Sandy for Hudsonville said, the thing that stuck with me was, we lost the explosive play battle and we lost the turnover battle. I think statistically speaking, I think Griffin Baker threw 2 picks that game, and he hasn't thrown any since. So they've gotten so much better from that week one showing, and they've turned the tables. They've won the explosive play battle today. There has been many turnovers, but they've been winning that possession battle.
Dominant performance by the Eagles. Another handoff up the gut as we have reached under 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this game. Getting a little chippy down there inside, as you can imagine. Emotions running high for both squads.
Yeah, they're going to get Aaron Hunt on this one. 77 left tackle for Hudsonville with a little extracurricular around the pile. It was right in front of the ref, too. Ref saw it. I think he's just trying to get Howell, off of his guys, but he'll get caught doing that.
Well, you've seen a lot of Division I games so far this year, including the Howell-Belleville game. Belleville gets beat yesterday. They're out now. How do you like Hudsonville's chances moving forward here in the final 4 teams? Yeah, I assume if they play like they did today, man, they can knock off anybody.
Yeah, you play like today, it's going to be hard to beat you. They really haven't had any flaws today. They've been doing a great job, and they're definitely making some waves here across the Division I.
The Salvation Army has teamed up with State Champs to help support the Salvation Army by volunteering for the annual Red Kettle campaign. Go to register. Go to ring.com to sign up as a group or as an individual. So after the penalty, second and very long, 21 yards for Hudsonville. Handoff. Not going to get too much. Fighting his way across there is Wyatt Van Essen, the sophomore. Getting a little run here in the tournament.
Yeah, they're getting a couple guys in here. You see number 4 checking in. That's Markel Chapman at receiver, which is one of the benefits of. They didn't have that privilege the last 2 games. They've won the last 2 games by I think 5 points total. Right. They flipped the switch today, and they've gotten some of these young guys in, giving them some experience, which pays off for for your future for sure.
No doubt, yeah. And they won the first game over East Kentwood with a walk-off field goal. Ian Jenkins won by 3 points over Granville. So yeah, some of these younger guys haven't gotten any playoff experience. They're getting it right here. pitch going out, and nothing doing that time, though. Welcome to the playoffs. The big man. Huge hit, knocking him backward. Jackson Paul, the junior.
Jackson Paul working from the backside, and Will Van Assen trying to cut it back, but it's it's tricky waters when you try to cut back across the defense when you got Jackson Paul, the 6'3", 240-pound junior coming at you.
And you know he'll carry this one with him. He'll get another chance to play on this field next year. Jackson Paul as well as Braden Smith. The other defensive end, pair of juniors, will be coming back. Got a timeout on the field as fourth down comes up. It'll be 4th and 24. But it's all academic at this point, Grant. It will be Hudsonville moving on to the Final Four in Division I, knocking off the 11-0 team on their home field. After just one blemish during the regular season coming in week 1, Hudsonville gets its revenge. See what they got on 4th down in a mile. Need to get it down to about the 7-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Up the gut, nowhere to go, and it will be a turnover on downs. And it'll be Howell taking over for possibly, most likely, the final time here in the 2024 campaign. Hudsonville had some success in their other sports from the last couple of years. In 2021, they won the Division I girls basketball title over Detroit Renaissance. Boys volleyball is becoming an MHSAA sport next year. Their team won 3 straight state titles as a club team. And then the Eagles softball team won the D1 title over Lake Orion this past June at Michigan State University. So, man, the boys in the pads looking to add on to that legacy that's been going pretty well over there at Hudsonville. Speaking of pretty well, how about the pass there to Justin Jones? Right there at the stick to get a first down. But it may be too little, too late. Clock moving with under a $1.50 to play. Man in motion there. It's Horvath. He's going to throw it, but that was definitely tipped as he was getting rid of it. Kind of fluttering out there and then hits the turf.
Yeah, they went to the well today on the halfback receiver reverse passes, and got to credit Hudsonville. They did their game plan report and they did their scouting report, and they've been all over it here. You're going to see Horvath get the return, or excuse me, the reverse. He did a good job approaching and attacking upfield to try to get that defense to step up, but as we call it, that was a duck right there. And luckily, the Hudsonville defender lost his balance, wasn't able to come under that one.
Yeah, it wasn't tipped, hit as he throws, and obviously it wobbled on the way out there. Here they come one more time. Barb looking to the sideline. Got a man out there. Didn't know where the ball was at. They finally look for Brody Stack. You've been calling for that all day. They finally take a shot at him, but he didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah, and, he tries to find Brody Stack there, but on that one, he's got Jackson Paul running a corner out on the other side of the field, and boy, did he have an open shot there. I think if he were to look right then left on that one, he would have definitely thrown that one out there to Jackson Paul, the big 6'3", 240-pound junior. Just a little misread on that one. And tries to give Brody Stack a chance and just can't complete it.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Just over a minute to play. They keep it on the ground. There's Jones. He's going to pick up a first down. Cross midfield to the 45 before finally being brought down. What a year for the senior, though. Obviously not going to end the way he wants it to. But over 1,700 yards, a school record, some 30 TDs. Just an incredible year for our Mr. Football candidate. There he is right there, wide open. He's to the 25-yard line before finally being brought down, but just 40 ticks here on the clock. But he's not going out without hearing his name a couple of more times, pushing those numbers even higher. Justin Jones from Preston Barb. Here comes Barb. Looks over the middle. Got his man. Right at the stick again. Gonna say he's a little short. It is Jones one more time.
Got to respect Howell's their fight here late in the game. They know the outcome of this game, and they're still trying to attack downfield, trying to get these seniors involved. Justin Jones, there's no quitting him. You got to respect when you see that.
No doubt about it. What an incredible year for Howell as well. It's going to end 11-1. The KLAA champions knocked off Belleville, who'd been down to Ford Field, won a couple of state titles, knocked them off in that championship game, then came into the playoffs, knocked off KZoo Central, knocked off Brighton, and here they are today taking on Hudsonville. Not going to go the way they hoped, the way they wanted, but a great year for them, as it will be. As you can see, the Eagles, a very happy group of Eagles, will be moving on to play again next week. John Shepard's over there. He's a happy fella. Here comes Barb. He's got some time. Throws, got a man open, but he's absolutely leveled on the catch. But it's a great catch.
A really good catch here. You're going to see that's Jackson Paul working from the left side, and Barb's going through his read, and just a tad late. Jackson Paul was open pretty early in that route, but good catch there through the contact.
Barb looking for the sideline on that one. Justin Jones had it, couldn't hang on to it. So there will be one more play here in this game. 2 seconds left on the clock. As the celebration has already begun on the other sideline, Hudsonville, and especially the big fella. You gotta love Big John. Bryce Rain down there as well. Bryce Payne, I should say, down there as well. As the Howell crowd comes to its feet on the final play of their season, it's Barb looking to throw. Got a man. It's tipped, and that'll do it. Hudsonville moving on to the D1 Final Four. They come to Howell and shock the Highlanders 35-6. Congratulations to the Eagles. Won their first outright OK Red title in 20 years, and now they're moving on to the Final Four, and man, they did it in all 3 phases.
They dominated from the first snap to the last snap. Didn't take their foot off the gas. Went through 2 hard opponents the last 2 weeks. Came through today with a big blowout. Got to credit the Eagles of Hudsonville.
Hudsonville 35-6 over the previously unbeaten Highlanders. We'll wrap things up and talk to the players and coach of the game right after this.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Ryan Slocum, Grant Perry, and Zach Prees with you. And man, what a shocker. Hudsonville knocks off 11-0 Howell on their home field, 35-6. Grant, we just said the Eagles dominated in every phase of this game, running, passing, special teams. But what maybe impressed you the most? Because there were so many things. What was maybe the one huge key that you saw?
I think, two things. One, offensively, is the way that they got that ball spread around to all their playmakers. Carson Dykstra, Brady Van Lake had great games. So did Owen Harzema. Griffin Baker did a great job facilitating the football to everyone. And on defense, this is a run team from Howell that does their job, and they do it well, and they didn't allow any running lanes in between the tackles. Got to give credit to that defensive line of Hudsonville.
No question. The OK Red Champs moving on to the state semifinals in Division I. You mentioned number 31, Owen Harzema. Once they started giving him the ball, man, he really changed the game. And then at the end of the game, too, just kept them going, kept the pressure on as we see the trophy getting handed, the regional championship trophy to the Eagles. What can you tell us about how that kid and how explosive he is?
Man, explosive. Coming into the day today, he had 9 runs of 20 yards or plus and 2 of 40 yards plus. He is an explosive playmaker that wasn't here week 1 versus Howell. So when having him back, it really opened up that run game, which then allowed those receivers to get open on the outside.
Yeah, no doubt. Didn't play in the first game. We talked about the 2 running backs. You can't forget about Bryce Fox either, the fire and ice guys, and then Griffin Baker. Liked what he did, especially a couple of times there where the play broke down, used his legs, got out there. Didn't have a ton of maybe designed runs outside of the goal line area, but man, when they needed him to scramble and pick up a first on 3rd and long, he did it.
Yeah, coming into the game today, the note I had on him was he's an athlete. He can beat you with his arms and legs, and didn't try to do too much. Is what you want to see out of your quarterback. You want to let your quarterback facilitate the football, let everyone else take everything off his plate. He did that. Just that, and then when they needed him to come through on those long 3rd downs, he found a way to pick him up with his legs.
Yeah, he sure did. The kid played varsity basketball as a freshman. So, he's obviously quite an athlete. Bought in. Coach said biggest thing with him maybe coming into the year, beginning of the year, trusting his guys. You could see he trusted his guys out there today.
Oh, yeah, there was plenty of trust out there. That was a team that came out here, dominated from the first whistle. They had a vision. They had a plan. I think it was 5 for 5 in the red zone. You don't lose when you play like that. That's for sure.
Carson Dykstra, another big game for him. But maybe Brady Van Lake broke this game open. Had a touchdown earlier in the game. And then right before the half, maybe the backbreaker, the hook and ladder. He takes it in for the 28-0 lead.
Yeah, that hook and ladder, that was special. Did not see that coming from up here in the booth. They gave it a shot. Carson Dykstra caught it, got the whole defense to surround him, and he just tossed it back. And Brady Van Lake has a great knack for reading and finding those open lanes, finding green grass. Great vision out of the kid. And him and Carson Dykstra are special there at receiver position.
For Howell, obviously not too much went right today. What do you think happened? What happened, or was it just they ran into a buzzsaw today?
They ran into a buzzsaw, and as Howell's DNA is not to be down and try to throw the football and come back from a lead. They want to possess the football. They want to beat you in between the tackles on offense and defensive line, and they got out to an early, big deficit, and it was just trying to climb out of a hole, and that's just not what they do.
So for Hudsonville, they now move on to the Final Four. They will take on Rochester Adams, which took down Grand Blanc last night, 21-14 in that game. That was a 14-14 game. And then Adams moving on. They're in a familiar spot. They've been here before. Have you seen them at all yet this year? And what can you tell us about this matchup?
Yeah, Adams, we had the opportunity to watch them versus West Bloomfield at Rochester Adams. And I believe their quarterback, Walters, is out for the season. So that was a little bit of a down play for Adams. They had to figure out a way to work around that. He was a majority of their offense, but they found their rhythm. They're playing great ball. They like to run that football as well. They'll throw it downfield, but I think you're going to see a similar type of game plan here. Both teams trying to run the ball next week, and it's going to come down who can make those explosive plays in the pass game, but also the run game.
Well, as we said, if Hudsonville plays anything like they did today, especially in that first half, that's going to be a tough team to knock off, no doubt about that. Westside football, a little different out there, man. They play some good ball out there on the west side.
Mm-hmm. They play some team football. You get most of your blue chip recruits over here on the east side, and I think the west side, takes that a little personal, right? They're like, hey, we're underlooked. No one's giving us the credit. They come over here and they show that the West Side football can play.
No doubt about it. Hudsonville moving on 35-6. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients, combining them to create new flavor combinations your taste buds never knew they needed. Until now. Introducing his latest master pizza, the Chicken and Waffles Pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella, all topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory, it's gone before you know it.
Hungry
Howie's! Welcome back to Game Time Live here on the State Champs Sports Network. Hudsonville moving on. Their quest for a state title in Division I continues. They knock off unbeaten Howell 35-6. Another great game here for the Eagles. They met earlier this season, week 1. They fell 20-17, but they bounced back here in a big way. Took a 28-0 lead into the half on a hook and ladder. As the buzzer sounds, 28-0 at the half, Grant. They go on to win it 35-6. To wrap this thing up, we've got a couple of guys from the Eagles down there on the sideline with Zach Prees.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Griffin and Owen, you guys lost to this team first time around this year. You didn't even get to play that game. Tell me what it means, especially to you, to win this ball game.
It's just awesome seeing the work our team put in, and especially the scout team. They gave us good looks all practice, and just how much we got so much better. And our brotherhood is just so tight. So we just bounced back.
And Griffin, you were able to distribute the ball pretty well. You were efficient through the air today. You guys dominated on the ground as well. How were you guys able to be so two-faceted?
Because the O-line really dominated the game today on defense and offense, so that really opened up a lot of things for our offense to do.
And guys, what can the world learn about Hudsonville football today?
We're coming for all. Let's go. We want it all.
Yeah, for sure. Just put in the work, and we're going to keep rolling.
Congratulations, guys, on a big win. Thanks. Thanks. Back to you guys.
I appreciate that, Zach. Great job by those two. Absolutely. Griffin, the QB. Got it done through the air, got it done on the ground as well. And speaking of get it done on the ground, can't say it enough, the explosion from Owen all day long.
Yeah, man, he was an explosive play, just waiting to happen every snap. Did a great job. Him and Bryce Fox really led the way. Two-headed monster going forward. Rochester Adams is going to have to figure out a way to slow down that run attack. But also you got to worry about those two receivers on the outside and Brady Van Lake and Carson Dykstra. Those guys really complement each other really well, and they play well together.
Yeah, they broke this game open, no question about it. Carson over the middle, and then Brady on the outside did a great job. Hudsonville moving on. They knock off Howell. Their season comes to an end. The KLAA champs are 11-1. Hudsonville is as well, but they move on to take on Rochester Adams next Saturday in the state semifinals. For Grant Perry and Zach, I'm Ryan Slocum. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here on the State Champs Sports Network.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit LTU.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alto Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alto Equipment. Fresh Perspective Seminars, your resource for obtaining scholarships for college. The Salvation Army Registered to Ring campaign. Support the annual Red Kettle campaign. Go to registertoring.com today. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.